Okay, hello. Okay, I'm here because I feel like I had something to say and I wanted to capture it on the internet before I forgot it because it felt important to me. I'm sitting on my bedroom floor right now because my phone is charging and I want to go to bed, but I was like, no, I have something to say. Because I had kind of a crazy night and I don't know, I wanted to get the thoughts out there. So basically what happened was I went out with a friend and then got back at like 9 p.m. To my apartment. And as soon as I walked in the door, I was like rushing around, like on to the next in my brain. I'm like, I have work tomorrow. I have to do my dishes. I have to feed my cat, all this stuff. Like immediately, as soon as I walked in the door, I'm like going through all these things I have to do, and not a single ounce of me is present at all. And then I have my phone and it keeps distracting me. I'm like texting people, like, I don't know, kind of like halfway part of that world, halfway part of this world, but none of it is rooted in presence. Like, I'm just, I don't know. Yeah. So I get home and I'm like moving through my to-do list in my head, not being present. And then I took a moment, I took a beat, hung out with my cat for a bit, and I was just holding him. And I was like, something about this feels so like ancient and special. Um, so I had that moment with him, and then I was like, I'm gonna take a bath because it's kind of cold outside. And I'm like running the bath water, whatever, getting everything ready for that. And I'm sitting in the bath and I was like trying to figure out music on my phone and then like kind of texting people and like, I don't know, whatever, just half in it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm feeling stressed out from like literally doing all this for no reason. So I was like, let me put my phone away, put the distractions away, and just try and be present. So I'm laying there and I'm like, I don't know. First I was like, okay, I'm ready to get out. But then I started thinking about like the culture around this, the history around this ritual of like being in water, taking a bath is so ancient. And I just started thinking about like, I don't know much about history, but people like in, I think it's Greece, they have the bath houses. And I'm like, that's forever ago. And like for all of time, people have this ritual of like taking a bath or cleansing themselves in water. And it's just something that I'm totally taking for granted. Like we have so easy or such easy access to it. And so it's like I was doing this thing that's so ancient and primal and like part of my DNA that I never acknowledge because I'm always on my phone or like on to the next, I don't know, taking advantage of it. And that felt really like, I don't know, an important moment. And then I started thinking about other things that we do and why we do them. Like I feel like we do these things so mindlessly and we take them for granted that we don't stop to think about like, this is something that's been forming for centuries. Like people of all generations, eras, we're doing these simple rituals that we do every day, but we never stop to acknowledge that there's something very primal about all this stuff that we do that makes me feel deeply connected to humanity and also just existence. And like putting into perspective, I'm not the first person to do this. Like this is something that's been happening forever and part of our human nature. And so yeah, I don't know, I just felt like that was a special realization. And then other things that we do, like the culture around, I don't know, waking up and drinking coffee or journaling, stuff like that, making art, like all this stuff is so primal and ancient and we don't even stop to think about it because we're not present or we take it for granted because we have such easy access to it. So that's what I was thinking about. And I feel like, especially in this day and age with technology and I don't know, just a general pace of life that's way too fast, we lose touch with all of this stuff. And I think it makes us feel really separate and really scared too. Like, I don't know, feeling so separate from the rest of history that you feel like you're your own entity and you're experiencing everything for the first time. But it's like, I don't know, if you take a step back and look at the broader perspective, people have been doing this for hundreds of thousands of years and you're not alone in this journey. Like all these people have come before you and have done the same things that you do and experienced the same things that we experience today. But I feel like we feel so isolated and separate that everything feels like a new experience. And I feel like we've really lost touch with what's natural and primal to us. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And also, like, I don't know, I feel like I see stuff like new moon rituals and all of that and kind of roll my eyes a bit maybe, but it's like, I don't know, we're just trying to find a way to connect with our roots and the things that people have been doing for millions of years. And so I think 2026, I want to be more receptive to things that are trying to establish ritual, and also getting in tune with the rituals, the little rituals that we do every day, like taking a bath, making coffee, whatever, all these little rituals, and looking up the history of them and the significance of them. And just being in touch more with people that came before us, that were doing these things before us. And I think that'll help feel less separate from everything, and also less anxious about existence in general, because you feel like something bigger than yourself, maybe. Yeah, and then I was looking in the mirror and I just got a tattoo on my shoulder that's the shape of a spiral. And I was just drawn to it for whatever reason. There's no real meaning behind it, but I was like, why am I spending so much time on my phone, like checking emails and looking at, I don't know, random stuff online, social media, instead of pondering the ancient meaning of a spiral, like getting curious about that kind of stuff. I don't know, so that was my thought. I feel like I articulated it the best that I could. And even this is like, why do I have a desire to put this on the internet? Also probably connected to ancient rituals that we've been doing for forever, like ways of communication, connecting with others. I don't know. That's my thought. So I'm going to quit while I'm ahead, but I hope you have a good day, evening, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you around the web.